11th of May 2023, Thursday. Let's have a crazy technical outlook now. Let's do it. Okay, disclaimer apply as usual. Let's look at China market first. Today, China created a big doji, right? Basically, China A50 went up all the way to about 13,249, and then it basically couldn't stay above the important Fibonacci level, which is at 13,183, pulls back from the top, and now it's basically closed exactly near the MA200. So we do expect big movement today. All right, we have the CPI data last night, 4.9. So today, PPI data is going to come out soon. So what I suspect is that if the PPI data is actually better than expected, well, that will push the market up again. All right, but of course, if the PPI data stun everybody, then this downdraft could be back to 13,000 for the China A50. So we need to watch the market very closely right now. Okay. All right, PPI data is coming out in about 1 hour time. This is 7:30 Singapore time. Okay, let's look at the rest of the market. A quick one for today, but since we're not going to be moving much due to the PPI data. All right, so we can see gold prices are moving up now strongly. Gold KSI is green, KCX is black, so that means it's a very bullish signal. Anything above opening price will be a buy based on our system. And today's a DJDD, so buy right. Below OP will be a sell, and above OP will be a buy. And you can see on the 5-minute chart right now, earlier this morning, we have some selling in gold. All right, that now you can see that it's coming back very nicely. So in the morning, we have some selling in gold. When it breaks below opening price, it went down and it came down to a KTR perfectly, stopped there nicely. And now you can see that the signal changed over. The boys came in to buy. KCX turned black. This is a very bullish buy right here if you want to do that. But to be safe, you should be done here. So you can see the blue arrow is shorting here. So once you have purchased it, right, the first target will be the KTR +1, which in this case, the market now is doing is stopping there exactly. So once again, this evidently shows that the system itself is pretty cool. You don't need to do anything, just follow the colors, you're done with it. Simple, easy, and very consistent. All right, so let's look at the US Dow Jones right now, a quick one on the Dow. Okay, the Dow today today's a DJDD2, so which means that today, if the market stays below OP, it will be a sell. Above OP will be a buy. Today OP is 33,522. Okay, at the moment right now, this morning it was trading a bit higher. Now it has pulled back, resisted by the MLP2 at 33,556. Now, KSI is great in color. That means that there are selling strength in the market. KCX is black, so there will be some buying momentum if the market can break above OP. So for this understanding right now, simple. The market now has to stay above 33,522 for further upside. If not, that's all right. The first support that I mentioned will be 33,406. That will be the first support. The market has to stay above this pivot 1 because breaking below pivot 1 usually will bring the market down to the next pivot, and that could be 33,124. That's about 300 points away. So I don't think so. Right, let's see how it goes. But today's a DJDD, so that means that today the market could be quite directional. Yeah? So traders, you need to watch this very closely. Now, okay, what do I do to my NASDAQ? Give a moment, yeah. Flip it down on the wrong side. Okay, for the NASDAQ today, this morning, it went up all the high to 13,409. Now it has pulled back a little bit. The OP at 13,353 is critical. Now, same thing again, if the PPI data stun everybody, because everybody expects PPI data to be good, right? If you stun everybody, this may drag it back down to the MLP zone, and that will mean that you go back to 13,278. But the KSI is green, KCX is black, so it's kind of difficult for the market to come down. Maybe some profit taking, but it shouldn't be a sell-off unless something really stunning tonight from the PPI data. S&P 500, similar case, we have a BNB structured, and of course KSI is green and KCX is black. So overall should be positive, but the market has to stay above the stay above OP of 41.37. So upside should be heading towards 41.61. That is the upside. Downside could be going to 41.10. So traders, you need to watch this very closely. Okay. All right, so let's look at the FTSE index right now. For FTSE, you can see it's pulled back this today, went above to OP at 77.45, but in reverse course, and that's probably the reason why the NASDAQ is coming down. Now, there's a very strong support around this area, and that's 77.02. Now, all these numbers are all calculated by the system. We didn't draw a single trend line over here. So suspect that 7702 will be the first support for today. Breaking it below may send it down to 7650 zone. Yeah, so traders must watch. Now KSI and KCX are all showing the bearish signal, so that's why selling is kind of imminent, and it's possible to see MA 200 at 7631. All right, let's look at the DAX right now. For DAX market, let's take a look. DAX itself, right, is trying to stay support. Now, today's an inverse pivot. Can you see the pivots are inverted? So we suspect that the DAX may test 15,845 later, because this is how usually it happens. But I think it'll be supported at 18,845 because KSI is green, KCX is black. So there is some buying interest at the bottom. So suspect that the MA30, 15,857 will be the strong support for today. All right, we're done with the European market. Let's look at the Asian market. Nikkei has tried to test the pivot one at 29,114 this morning. Now has pulled back a little bit. Now KSI is green, KCX is black, so we do expect support at the moment. The support should be at 28,767. Yeah, that should be the support for today. All right, we're done with the indices. Hang Seng is missing. Apology on that. Now, Hang Seng just earlier tapped all the way down to 19,643, but of course, is strongly supported by the KCB. All right, we profited there too, and now has rebounded. But both KSI and KCX is actually bearish signal. So if there's going to be any selling, it should bring it back down to 19,702 again, because that's a MA 200. And this is why the market, most probably reason why the market got itself supported at MA 200. Now, if you look at the 5-minute chart, you can see very closely and very clearly too. Let me bring to you the 5-minute chart right now. You can see that the market actually opens and starts to come down. And of course, once it hit the MA 200, once it breaches there, the selling brought it down, accelerated selling. But then the boys came in to buy, reverse course. And once it goes back above the MA 200, the buying push it back to opening price. But failure to go above opening price has led to some selling once again. So expect some selling to bring it down to the MA 200 again later. All right, we're done with that. Let's look at the gold market right now. As we just saw, gold had just broke above the KTR+1 level. And gold should be able to hit towards 20,046, sorry, not 20,000, 2046. There's a possibility for gold to burst towards 2046. Okay, so of course the fundamental in PBI will also change the type, so you watch this very closely. Now for silver, let's take a look right now for silver. Okay, moment. Okay. For silver, very interesting. There's some selling in silver today. So while gold price actually went up, right, silver got sold down because it broke below the pivot one, $25.23. Once it broke below, it should be some selling. We suspect silver will come down to 24.50 zone for today. So watch out for that. Now the best buy zone for silver will be at this price at $22.81. That is an MA 200. Anything lower if the silver can pull back to this area, that will be a very, very good buy. I don't think it will happen today, but probably over the next few weeks. Yeah. All right, so we're down in gold and silver. Let's look at crude oil. Crude oil has just broken below the pivot 2 at $72.54. Now, breaking pivot 2 is not a good thing. And of course, the market has been going up recently, but the KSI has stayed red. So usually when such a thing happens, once the market breaks the low of the previous day, there could be some selling back down to 68.13. So what could be the only reason for that? It could be a worry on the US economy. And of course, if crude oil price do go down, then we suspect that the US economy may be in trouble and there'll be some selling across the board. Yeah. All right, so we're done with the crude oil. Let's look at the currency market. Dollar yen is now mixed back, nowhere to go. KSI and KCX is blank. Oh, sorry, it's not updated earlier. Sorry, my bad. Okay, for dollar yen now, it's below the 134.47 zone, but it's heavily supported at 133.90. You can see the low is brilliantly done here. So as long as the dollar stays afloat above 133.90, it should be able to go back to 135. So that is the MA 200 over there. But of course, for today, the KSI is green, but KCX is blue. A bit of mixed bag. So you can watch this closely while we wait for the PPI data. For the Euro USD, let's wait for it to upload again, just in case we get it wrong. Okay, 1 minute. I think this is where it broke yesterday, and now the Euro is not updating it. So before, okay, now it's updated. Okay, so for the Euro now, it has pulled back. It got itself resisted at the MA 200, MA 30, and now it has broke below 109.94. So I suspect that it may be coming for the 1.0856 region. Now KSI is red, KCX is blue. So this is a telltale sign of selling. So expect some profit taking to come later on. Yeah. And last but not least will be the pound for the currency market. Okay, pound, same thing. The opening price is below the pivot to 1.2642. So if pound do pull back, suspect you come down to this point here, and that's 125.21. But because KSI is green, KCX is black, so which means that right there's some bullishness in the market for pound. It's not as weak as euro compared. Very interesting because euro just likely will increase the interest rate again. So to have some pullback, right, that means that generally the whole economy in Europe is having a bit of trouble. All right, so we're done currency, we're done with gold and silver. Last one will be Ethereum and Bitcoin to wrap it up. So this is Ethereum. Ethereum now is pulling back down. I suspected that the Ethereum will go down further. I say that we look at 1770 range. But of course, the better range will be here, MA 200, which is 1672 level. Yeah, 1672 level. That'll be the better buy for the Ethereum. And last but not least is Bitcoin. Bitcoin now is trading lower. Now, yesterday we did have a pretty strong recovery on the BNB, but today is a DJDD, so one directional. So if the market goes down, we can see Bitcoin trading 26,264. Yeah, because KSI and KCX are all basically now on the bearish side. Okay, so now it's 7:40. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. And of course, more important thing is this, is that now we're going to be like 50 minutes away from the PPI data. Okay, this is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.